Today's lesson on how to recruit business builders using social media and other online strategies. One of the most common questions that we get here is Is it better to lead with the product or opportunity? There's a concept that I teach inside of our mentorship program called high commitment offer versus a low commitment offer. A high commitment offer, meaning you're asking a big commitment from somebody, regardless of what you have them pay to get in. Like, for example, a high commitment offer is a an example of that would be either something that's high ticket, like it costs thousands of dollars to buy, or a high commitment offer could also be something that requires a lot of time and effort after they bought, or a high commitment offer could be a business opportunity. And so, how come I say a business opportunity essentially leading with the opportunity is leading with a high commitment offer? In addition to the few $100s that they're going to pay to get started in the business, getting started in network marketing is not enough, because what you're asking them to do, the commitment you're asking people to make, is the investment in time and the effort and the sacrifice to go through training, attend events, invest in themselves, the discipline that they have to maintain, the sacrificing of things that they normally love doing, but they have to kind of give up momentarily to work the business, the energy, the rejection, the trials and error, all that stuff. Like, that's what business involves, any business. So it's a big commitment. Getting leading with an opportunity is a high commitment offer. You're not just asking people to pay money, you're asking them to sacrifice, put time, effort, both in themselves and in the business. And on top of that, if you're with some exceptions, most of the time, even after somebody puts in a lot of time and effort in building the business and sacrificing, they still might not get the results. And it might be even a low probability that they'll get results even when they've done all those things. And that's just like, if you just start a business, the probability of succeeding in a business is pretty low. But you increase your probability by basically, if you just become bullheaded and never give up, eventually you'll get there. But you know, it might take time. So when you think about an opportunity, it's a high commitment offer. They pay money, they put in all this time, energy, effort, etc., and they still might not get the results, or at least they don't think there's a high probability that they'll get results. The perception is that they might not get the results, or there's a lower probability, um, and so that's just what it is. Now, that's what makes a business opportunity in network marketing or any other a high commitment offer. You're asking a big commitment of people. Now, a low commitment offer is something where they pay money relatively, that is relatively easy to part with. That, it depends on the person. $50 might be a lot of money to one person, and $50 might be not a lot of money to the other person, but it's relatively easy to part with. Um, and basically, when they pay the money to access whatever they're accessing, let's say a product, there's very little time, effort, sacrifice, or energy needed to use the product they just purchased, or the thing they just purchased, the service they just purchased. And there's also it's accompanied by high perceived likelihood of getting results. So if you have this is what we refer to as like a hero product in network marketing. So a hero product is not all your products, but there's one particular product or a set of products or a pack that your company has. And there might be many products that fall under this category for different reasons, but essentially it's a product where the benefit of getting that product is pretty compelling. Um, the value for what they're paying for that product versus what they're receiving is really high, and there's a high likelihood of getting results. For example, like a weight loss product. If you have a lot of testimonials of people that have gotten great results with weight loss product, they just got to take the product and follow the plan, and it's, even if it's couple $100 to invest in the product, well, the value of paying $200 versus being able to lose, let's say, 40 pounds, that's worth it to people, because that translates to a lot of benefits in their life that they may not be getting if they stay 40 pounds overweight or whatever. And so, and then just following the plan, they don't have to think, they just need to follow whatever plan you've given them. Take this every day, take this every day, don't eat that, and you're good. And so relatively little sacrifice, little effort. They otherwise basically are living their lives normally. And if they do this, if they follow the plan, there's a high likelihood of getting results. So that's what a low commitment offer is. So that's the difference. I was defining those things first. Now, there's nothing wrong with either offer. Both are important. You're going to high commitment offers are just what a that's what a business opportunity is. Low commitment offers is just what it is. It's usually going to be a product that's easy to buy, easy to use, and high likelihood of results. Whereas a high commitment offer is it still requires some money, might be a few $100s, might not be much at all, but the what you're asking people to do is a lot of time, effort, sacrifice, discipline, energy, and the probability of success is much lower than if relative to like taking a product, for example, like I did. If you, I have to drink this a few times a day and I'm good, great, easy. The purpose of me sharing this with you is now that we understand what a high commitment offer is, low commitment offer is, business opportunity, high commitment, a product is a low commitment offer, then now we can get into what it's going to take to sell both. So in order for you to be able to sell a high commitment offer, it either requires a high level of existing trust and a relationship, or existing relationship and a lot of trust, or a high level of sales skills to be able to build up that rapport and trust with a cold prospect using sales psychology. Um, and the only other thing, this is very rare, and I don't want you to make the mistake that your company falls under this category, because that's, unless there's like a lot of evidence, suggesting this. The other thing that a high commitment offer can have that increases your likelihood of actually making that conversion is if for some reason, in a very visible and a very public way, they perceive that there's a high probability or almost a guarantee of success in results. So if results are almost guaranteed of a high degree of success and they believe it, so that's the whole perceived thing, then no matter how much work or no matter how much the opportunity might cost, people will jump on it. And that's when you usually see companies go into a lot of momentum. The problem with that situation is that eventually that momentum fizzles out. The perceived probability of success or guaranteed success kind of fizzles out, and unless that company has really strong systems in place to support that growth, they're going to usually crash. And that's what happens with most of the time when a company goes into crazy momentum. And so you've already seen offers that have given you the impression that it's relatively easy to make money, and therefore people jump all over it. But that's not most network marketing offers. So number three, in terms of what it takes to convert a high commitment offer, you pretty much down to two things. Either you need a high level of trust in an existing relationship, or you need some badass sales skills to be able to convert that cold prospect, um, using what you know about sales. Uh, Low commitment offers, in order to convert a low commitment offer, you just need a probability or likelihood of them getting the results, overcoming the perceived risk of losing whatever money they're investing. So, so the value of what they're receiving should be about 5 to 10x their investment. So if I pay $200 to, use a product that's gonna has a probability of working if I stick with it, that'll allow me to lose 40 pounds, then it was worth the $200 investment. Way worth more. And so, and you also you in order to convert a low commitment product, you don't need to have a high level of trust, sales, or marketing skills. So that's the difference. So high commitment offers requires either an existing meaningful relationship or high level of sales skills. Low commitment offers doesn't require any of those things. It's based on just the whether they believe the product can do what you say it does. And if there's any doubt, that doubt needs to be overcome by the potential result. So, for example, if I believe, yeah, there's a chance this might work and it only costs $50 for me to do it, I'm going to take that chance. So that's the calculus somebody is, and it hasn't, and they might not know you. They might have just met you, but you've offered a product to that person or shared a product or even maybe posted a video about you using the product. And they're like, oh, that looks pretty good. Is this for real? I'm going to jump on it anyway. So that's what's happening with people. They just need to not have, they need to have a little bit of trust. You need to have a little bit of craftsmanship with how you create content, etc., or have a conversation. But primarily, they're going to make a decision based on what the promise of the product is versus the price. If the promise of the product offsets the risk of what they're losing in terms of money, then they're going to go for it. So I know there's a lot of uplines that encourage you to lead with the opportunity. And one of the first things they do, what's the first thing they have you do in order to start growing and building your business? They have you start with friends and family. So why does your upline have you start, if they're going to have you recruit business builders, why do they have you start with recruiting your friends and family? There's more trust when you have an existing relationship with people in your quote unquote warm market, friends and family. There's a higher likelihood, not always, that there's a higher level of trust with your friends and family. That's the reason your upline is having you prospect them, is because they know what you lack in sales skills can maybe be overcome by the fact that you have a relationship with these people. And so that's how come they have you start there. And that would make sense. But even as you guys know, even then there's a lot of friction. Even then you're going to experience a lot of skepticism. Like I experienced a lot of skepticism, even though I had a lot of credibility with my friends and family. I was an MIT graduate. I was an aerospace engineer, highly educated, going to grad school at USC. You know, I had a lot of respect for my friends and family. They knew my academic background, and so they took what I said more seriously. And honestly, if I have to be honest, that's how I recruited most of the people I recruited my first year in network marketing, was because I leveraged my credibility because they knew I wasn't a bozo. But even then, there were a lot of people in my friends and family who just were like not interested, or even had a very negative visceral reaction. But hey, I still recruited a lot of people from my friends and family. But then what's going to happen after you go through all your friends and family? You've burned through your warm market, just like I did. I burned through my warm market. So you are eventually gonna run out of people in your warm market, people, friends and family. And so warm market is done, apparently. So what do you do then? Or what does normally an upline have you do in order to continue building your business once you've burned through your warm market? Yet they have you go to the cold market. They have you prospect people, prospect strangers. How does it go for you when you move from your warm market to the cold market? For the grand majority of you, not so well. um, it didn't go. I was not able to recruit a single person from my warm market, in spite of my credibility, in spite of my willingness to do the work and really hustle. And that's not the case for everybody. But in order for you to have success in the cold market, you need to be a highly trained salesperson. Um, and so if you're not a highly trained salesperson, it's going to prove to be very frustrating. You have little to zero sales skills. If you have a sales skills, then you're going to do very well in the cold market. And so your sales skills when you're doing things online need to be even better than what you would need offline, because you don't have the leverage of somebody not wanting to look bad, feel like they're being rude, etc. I do that. Like sometimes people interrupt me or something, they get my attention, or they try to sell me something, and I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out a way to get out, but I don't want to be rude or mean or any of that stuff. Some of you don't have that problem, but most of us do. So the reason I share this with you is because the only way to the only way to convert a high commitment offer, meaning a business opportunity, without sales skills or a high perceived probability of success, meaning the opportunity is blowing up, everybody's getting in, but that only is going to last so long. And even if you do have success doing it that way, your business will plummet. So I'm not going to set that part aside. The only way to convert a high commitment offer, an opportunity, without sales skills is to have an existing level of trust, a relationship. So if that's where we have to arrive, we have to have a high level of trust and a relationship in order to be able to, because we don't have sales skills. If we don't have sales skills, we don't, and that's what prospecting is. All the stuff about prospecting, family, occupation, recreation, message, the follow up, booking the appointment, doing the presentation, handling objections. All those are all sales skills, whether your upline acknowledges that that's what they're teaching you or not. So unless you get good at these skills, get really good at these skills, and still be willing to deal with a lot of rejection, you're not going to build a network marketing business effectively. So what's the alternative? The alternative is to have an existing level, a high level of trust. But you've already burned through your warm market, so that's out, right? Or is it? The problem that I have with how the warm market, the term warm market, is defined in network marketing is they define it as your friends and family, which is not the case. It just happens to be your friends and family. But what if you can grow an ever growing pool of people? What if you can grow a new warm market that continues to grow every single day? That's what kind of like leaders in network marketing kind of leave out. They try to go for the, hey, you got to prospect strangers, you got to prospect people, you got to cold prospect, and then try to convert them into your opportunity. What if instead of trying to convert them, you converted them to just being in your warm market, just being have creating a new relationship? Wouldn't that, do you think that that might be a better strategy? And some of you guys are like, well, yeah, but doesn't that take time? I don't know. Like, I need to make money quick. Okay, let me reposition it. What if the solution was actually to build a new warm market instead of trying to convert cold prospects into business builders right away? What if you can build a new warm market and get paid to do it? What if you can get paid to build a new warm market? What if for every connection, what if the connections you were making, every meaningful connection you were making every single day with new people, you were getting paid to make those connections, but not required to recruit them into your opportunity? Would that be compelling? What I'm advocating for is that you can actually build a better warm market than has ever existed in as it relates to your friends and family. What better warm market can you think of than somebody who already uses and loves your product? They're willing to invest in themselves to improve a certain area of their life. They have grown to trust you because you have helped them achieve a certain result. You have They have grown to trust the company because they're using the product's company. And the only thing left for you to knock over in terms of like to convert that person into somebody that becomes a business builder is to get them to have them believe and trust that they can build this business, that they can actually succeed doing it. Now, if you know, again, if you're a badass prospector and salesperson, you know how to convert people from the cold market, go for it, do it. But you're still going to have to be able to duplicate those skills, and that's harder. If you're a badass salesperson, but you are not really effective at training others, then you're not going to be able to duplicate. I know people in network marketing who are masters at duplicating sales skills in other people, and that's how they built their business. More power to them. I was not one of those people. I was not a person, and maybe most of you are not people who not only know sales skills at a high level, but know how to duplicate sales skills in other people at a high level. I think the people in society that know how to do that are a minority. More power to them. Now, one of the complaints when I talk about, hey, convert customers into builders, is that the mistake people make is I get the common complaint is like, well, I have a lot of customers, Fernie, but um, you know, the people that have become converted from customers to business builders, they just suck. They're not motivated. They're not motivated like me. I need people who are hungry. I don't want customers. I want people who are motivated to build to make money. The mistake they make, and it results in that happening to them, where their customers don't make good business builders, is that they're doing a crappy job of converting customers into business builders. The fact of the matter is there are plenty of people in this world, even people you know, many people you personally know, who would love to make extra money, who would love to make an additional income stream, who would love to be able to pay off debt. There's no shortage of people that are like that. You got to be able to create the belief in this person that they could do this. And the mistake that people make when converting customers into business builders is that they almost try to trick them into the business. So, if you've ever heard of the programs, hey, if you get, did you know if you can get three customers or three, if you get three referrals, if you refer three of your friends, you can get your product for free. And they go, oh, cool, I can get my product for free. And so they refer three of their friends, right? And then they go, by the way, your friends, if they reorder, if they're continue to reorder, not only can you get your product for free, but you can actually make income, more than just get your product for free and make money without you doing anything. And then they go, oh, cool. So then they upgrade to being a business builder. And then they'll wait and watch and hope that that person that they just tricked into becoming a business builder somehow catches the vision, gets motivated to, and like attends an event or a webinar or something, and they go, wow. And then all of a sudden they just crush it and start building the business. Well, the reason that doesn't work is because the mindset of that person, the vision that you've created, you started that business relationship on the idea that they can get something for nothing. Get something for nothing. That's the vision. So do you think somebody whose mindset you started the relationship with off with the idea that you can create, you're a business builder, but the reason they became a business builder is because they thought they can get something for nothing or something with very little effort. So the trick is because you already have a warm market of people who love your product. In this case, in this scenario, you have a warm product of customers, people that love your product, willing to invest in themselves. They've grown to trust you and they listen to your advice. They're reaching out when they have questions. They've grown to trust the company. I was like, hey man, I know this is MLM company, but that's cool. Like this product works. So now there's legitimacy with the company. And so the only other thing left for you to do is to demonstrate to them that you can actually help them address this other area of their life with their finances. And and it's going to be much easier to do it if they already believe in all those things I just said. How I would invite a customer into becoming a business builder, and I do this all the time. Many of our students are highly successful at doing this conversion, and this is probably the first time I've ever taught this for free publicly outside of our mentorship programs. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. So this is how I would invite so we've gone through high commitment offer, low commitment offers, business opportunity, high commitment, not just in some money, but a lot of time, effort, etc. Low commitment offer is a product, so you can start the relationship off with less resistance because somebody's focused on getting the value from the product, and that allows you to create a new relationship, a new warm market of people who eventually, if you have a good product, will fall in love with your product, or at least be like very happy with it. They are willing to invest. They've qualified themselves by they're willing to invest in themselves to improve a certain area of their life. That's a pretty good person. There's a lot of people who aren't willing to do that, no matter how screwed up their health or financial situation is. So they've qualified themselves. So you're not dealing with 100% tire kickers. Um, they're growing to trust you because now you're there as a resource in case they need help. Maybe you put them in a group, a customer group, where you add more value and there's community. They can network with other people. They can see how other people are using the product, et cetera, et cetera. They've grown to trust your company because the company's providing the product. So it's like, these guys are legit. This is actually a really good product and I'm happy to use it. I'm happy to support both the company and you. So now, so that's what we've covered so far. And then you're getting paid to bring that person into your warm market through the product. So now you're making money and you're no longer like losing money. You're able to pay, cost of doing business for tools, events, etc. So now it's, how do you build the team? Well, here's how I would invite somebody onto my team. Um, invite them. I would invite them to turn their newfound passion for fill in the blank into a part-time or full-time income like you have done for yourself. So here's how I would do. Hey, whether it's a one-on-one conversation or in a group or a text or an email, hey, some of you have been asking, and they will ask. Some of you have been asking how I've been able to create, how I've been able to create an additional income stream or a part-time business or my side hustle, uh, and turned this passion for helping people lose weight or helping people uh, fill in the blank. So some of you have been asking how I've been able to build a business helping people like you get this result. Well, if you'd like to know how to turn your newfound passion for fill in the blank into a part-time or full-time income, I'd like to invite you to X. So many of you have been asking how I've been able to create a business, how I've been able to create a business and an additional income stream by helping people fill in the blank. If you would like to learn how to turn your newfound passion for fill in the blank into a part time or full time income, then I invite you to fill in the blank. So now you invite them to take whatever next step that is. Register for a webinar, go opt in here and watch this video, go, join this, go click join this group. Whatever that next step is, now you've invited them. And notice how that relationship as a sponsor to sponsoree relationship, how it's beginning. It's beginning with the mindset and the vision of turning a passion into a part-time or full-time income. So if they're, these are people that are gonna like love the product, therefore can get passionate, excited about the results they're getting. If they lost 30 pounds, they're excited and they want to share it. Now, at this point, they want to tell everybody, and so they become true believers. And so now but you're not telling them, hey, you can get your product for free. You're saying, here's how you can turn that excitement into a part-time or full-time income. That's casting a vision that creates more motivation and more action than what I previously described about getting your product for free. Because that's like powerful. How you invite somebody to turn your passion into a part-time or full-time income. Part-time, full-time income means tens of thousands or six figures in income per year. That's a much bigger vision, much bigger goal, and that's going to create much more motivation than the other way of tricking people into being a business builder. And so the next thing you want to do, I'm going to summarize what happens next, is you want to have a presentation or be leading them to a presentation that highlights how being a part of your team and access to your leadership and your systems creates a high probability for success. So now it's not, here, you saying my income opportunity, my business opportunity has a high probability of success to a cold prospect, they're going to be skeptical. They don't believe you. There's like, even if it's true, they don't believe you. But when you're now talking to somebody that already trusts you and you demonstrate to them, here's how we create a high probability of success for our newest team members using our systems, our leadership, our community, etc. They're going to believe you. You just need to show them how you do it, and they're going to believe you because the trust is already there. So your presentation needs to be designed to highlight those things. And you got to be sure, here's the other thing, you got to be sure that what you're teaching them to do is something that they will enjoy doing. So where this breaks down is if you do all of this stuff, but then you're teaching them at the end, oh, okay, make a list of 100 friends and family. or go send 100 messages on social media per day. Now, if you're going to teach them that, then your whole promise of high probability of success breaks down. You got to actually be teaching them something that they actually will enjoy doing, look forward to doing, and be willing to do. So you got to teach them attraction marketing, essentially, is what we teach here. So you got to show them how to use attraction marketing to build their business. And one of the things as a leader you want to have, or hopefully your leadership has this, and if they don't, I'll share with you how you can get it. You want your leadership to have, or you want to develop a launch strategy and duplicatable systems that help your newest team builders, business builders, make their first $500 within 14 days or less with a high degree of probability. Like for real, not just perceived. You actually know how to help them make their first $500 in the business. And the reason I say $500 is because that's usually, for most opportunities, that covers the cost to get started in the business. So they actually pay within 2 weeks. You help them pay for the cost of starting in the business. They become profitable and they go, holy shit, this works. And now their vision has just exploded. Their motivation has exploded because and within 2 weeks you fulfilled on your promise. And they're going to be asking, what else is possible? If I could do this, like what else can I do? And that's when you get into monster duplication. And that's when they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna learn. You're gonna teach them how to convert their customers into business builders, and so on and so forth. And then you're off to the races. And this is proving, guys. You know, my friends and former students here at Attraction Marketing, John and Nadia Melton, have built an organization of hundreds of thousands of people across the globe, leading primarily with the product. Beck Sadek, whose story you've heard, has built an organization of over 80,000 people on her team within 5 years, leading with the product. The majority of people leading with the product. Not everybody. Sometimes if somebody has those sales skills or they have a lot of experience in network marketing, they might lead with the opportunity, but that's only if you have that experience or that skill set. If you don't, the grand majority of people are going to lead with the product. And you have to create a path that allows for both, but majority of people are going to choose product because that's going to be easier for them because they don't have these skills that other people may have. Jessica Davis, another student of ours, built a team of 3,200 people within 13 months, became a six-figure earner. The only way that duplication happens that quickly online, by the way. So all of these students that I'm talking about have built their businesses online, and they do it by leading with the product. But that doesn't leading with the product and building a warm market of people that become raving fans of you and your product does not mean you're not building a team. It just means you're two-stepping people into the opportunity. And eventually that'll be happening every day where people would be two-stepping, and the pipeline fills up. And all of a sudden you're recruiting people under your team every single day. One of our other students, Andrea Clark, she just told me that her team enrolls 560 people per month. Per month they enroll 560 people under our organization. So she's hit that critical mass part where she's getting her team and her are getting enough customers where they are building relationships, and now those customers are converting into business builders every single day, all day, etc., guys. So I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm out. Take care. Have an amazing rest of the week. If you got value from this training, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to get access to my free 5-day digital recruiting bootcamp, where I reveal how to attract 3 to 7 new customers and team members each week without prospecting a single person, sign up in the link in the description. You'll get access to content that's not available anywhere else. Plus, you'll receive an invitation to our private community where we deliver free weekly live training on how to leverage attraction marketing for your business. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.